What if I told you that your Disney Plus subscription could be your child's ticket to world exploration? That familiar movies could be the doorway to understanding just how big and diverse our world really is. I have a 2- and 4-year-old, so naturally, I'm the parenting expert, right? But here's an idea that just might expand your child's horizons without leaving your living room. The concept is simple. Watch Disney movies in the language of the place they were set or inspired by. Not just with subtitles, I'm talking full audio immersion. Encanto in Spanish, Beauty and the Beast in French, Luca in Italian. It's a cultural and linguistic world tour all from your couch. Not all of these language options are available in every region, but the principle works with whatever languages you can access. And the key here is to start with stories your kids already know well in English before diving into new linguistic waters. Here's why this matters. Children often don't grasp how vast and varied our world is. Their default is to see their experience as universal. When my daughter hears characters in Coco speaking in Spanish, something powerful happens. She begins to understand that English isn't the world's default. Let's be clear, Disney isn't anthropology. There aren't perfect cultural representations. Mulan isn't going to make your child an expert on Chinese history, but it does provide a colorful and engaging entry point to the conversation that our world contains many different people, places, and ways of communication. For younger kids, this doesn't have to be complicated. When watching Frozen in Norwegian, you might simply say, "This story happens in a place inspired by Norway," and that's how people there speak to each other. Isn't that interesting? That single sentence plants seeds of global awareness. The language benefits are substantial too, but not in the way most people think. Your 6-year-old won't become fluent in Italian after watching Luca, but something more foundational happens. Their ears begin to recognize that languages have distinct patterns, rhythms, and sounds. For older kids studying a language in school, this can be game-changing. Imagine a teenager taking French who watches Beauty and the Beast in French. The familiar story provides context that makes the language more accessible and engaging than textbook dialogues. For more intermediate learners, the cultural connection becomes less important. They can focus on content they truly love and are passionate about. And for kids trying to decide which language to study, spending 90 minutes with Coco in Spanish versus Mulan in Mandarin could help them discover which language sounds more beautiful to their ears. This emotional connection to the language's sound is often overlooked, but this can be the difference between a student who persists in the language and one who gives up. This approach isn't just for kids. Adults learning a language can use familiar content as comprehensible input, language that's slightly above your current level but understandable through context. When you already know the story, your brain can focus on decoding the language patterns instead of struggling to follow the plot. I've been using this approach with Spanish content myself, and the consistent exposure to natural speech has been great for developing my listening skills. So how do we actually do this? Here's a simple approach. First, and most importantly, ensure your child knows the story well in English. This familiarity provides the scaffold they need to stay engaged with the language. Next, create a movie map of your favorite films or shows and the cultures they're from. Not every movie on your map will easily be available in the language you want, but if you get creative, you can often track it down. I'm highlighting Disney because their dubbing quality is exceptional across multiple languages, but this approach works with any film that has good quality dubs in your target language. Netflix and other streaming platforms also offer great options. Start with familiar scenes before attempting a full movie, and build up gradually. Most streaming platforms make language switching easy with their audio options. Now, is this going to transform your child into a multilingual cultural anthropologist? No, but it might plant seeds of curiosity about our diverse world. It might help them hear the beauty in unfamiliar sounds, and most importantly, it might help them understand from an early age that our way of speaking, living, and seeing the world is just one of many. So next movie night, consider taking your family on a world tour, no passport required. Which Disney movie would you try first in a different language? Let me know in the comments below.